Hello friends, good day to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about Ctenophora, its affinity and type study. The Ctenophora, ctenos means comb, phores means bearing, are marine, pelagic or free, solitary and biradially symmetrical organisms with transparent gelatinous bodies. They lack nematocysts, possess ciliary plates in 8 rows and have a gelatinous ectomesoderm containing mesenchymal muscle fibers. Their most distinctive feature is the comb, groups of cilia they use for swimming. They are the largest animals that swim by means of cilia. Adults of various species range from a few millimeters to 1.5 meter in size. They are peculiarly adhesive cells. In the tentacles, skeleton is absent. All the ctenophores have transparent gelatinous bodies and are commonly called as comb jellies. Ctenophores are very common marine animals found in diverse habitats. They are widely distributed, being spatially abundant in the warmer seas, but some occur in temperate or Arctic regions. They are of planktonic habit, floating in the surface waters, mostly near shores, but few live to depth of even 3000 meters. Ctenophores feed on small marine animals including the eggs and larvae of molluscs, crustaceans and fish. Now we are discuss about the classification. The phylum Ctenophore is divided into two unequal classes, Tentaculata and Nuda. The class Tentaculata includes 4 orders: Cydipedia, Lobata, Cystida and Platyctenia. The class Nuda has only one order, Biroida. Now we are discuss about the affinities and systematic position of Ctenophora. In the field of taxonomic zoology, Ctenophora for a long time occupies a very important place. The importance is primarily due to its peculiar anatomical organization. Martins first discovered Ctenophora. Leucart include the sponges amongst the ctenophores, but Hashtag gave a separate status to ctenophores as a group. The ctenophores bear many characters of the cnidarians, but differ considerably from the other members of the phylum Cnidaria. This group has also some similar features with different animals of diverse phyla, which will be discussed here to judge its systematic position. Now we are discuss about cnidarian features: possession of radial symmetry, lack of coelom, presence of gelatinous mesoglia, presence of ramified coelenterons, presence of diffuse nerve network, presence of stetocyst as sense organ, absence of organ systems. Different parts of the body are arranged along an oral or arboreal axis, but the Ctenophora differs widely from the cnidarians by the possession of meridional comb plates, lack of nematocysts and possession of adhesive cells called as coloblasts. These have higher and complicated organization of the digestive system, determinate type of development, direct development of muscle cells from the mesenchyme and retention of cilia as locomotor organs in adult. Now we have to discuss about relationship with hydrozoa with Cnidaria called as Anthomedusa. Now we have to discuss about the similarities. Presence of 2 tentacles situated at opposite per radii, each is provided with a deep pouch at its base, revealing closely the tentacular sheath of Hormifera. Presence of 8 radial canals formed by the bifurcation of 4 interradial pouches of the stomach. The subumbellar cavity of the Cnidaria can be homologized with the stomodium of Hormifera. Now we have to discuss about the dissimilarities. The gullet of Ctenophora is ectodermal in origin. The tentacles of Cteniria have no muscular base. The development of gonad is different and develops from manubrium in Cteniria, but in Ctenophora, gonads develop from meridional canals. Absence of the characteristic of arboreal sense organ in Cteniria. Now we have to discuss about the Hydroctina narcomedusa. Hydroctina, a tracheline medusa, shows close resemblance with Ctenophora. Possession of two tentacles with sheath located between the margin and apex of the bell, but the presence of swimming plates in Ctenophora and the presence of velum in Hydroctina remains as important differences to visualize a close relation among them. Now let us see the relationship with Actinozoa. The ctenophores also possess certain anthozoan features such as ciliated ectoderm of Anthozoa is probably a forerunner of the ciliated band of Ctenophora. Presence of well developed somedium. The gut in embryos of both is four-lobed, thus presenting biradial symmetry. Mesoglia is cellular. The gonads develop in connection with the endoderm and sexual elements passed out through the mouth. Both the arboreal sense organ and rows of completes of a ctenophore have no parallel parts in Anthozoan. Lasso cells differ structurally from the nematocysts and tentacles are hollow in Anthozoa while solid in Ctenophora. Now let us see the relationship with Scyphozoa. The ctenophores also possess certain Scyphozoa features such as the stomodium is similar, gametes are endodermal in origin, coelenteron is four-lobed, but due to the presence of four characteristic oral arms, numerous marginal tentacles and the absence of meridional completes in Scyphozoa, the aforesaid homologies cannot be established. Now we have to discuss about the relationship with sponges. Many authors try to establish the sponges as to be closely related to Ctenophora, such as the large central cavity and the osculum of sponges correspond to coelenteron and mouth of Ctenophora respectively. Absence of well formed mesoderm in both groups. Simpler organization in both, but closer examination reveals that these two groups are quite widely apart. The differences are: developmentally, the osculum of sponges does not correspond to the mouth of Ctenophora. Presence of inhalent pores and peculiar collar cells in sponges are absent in Ctenophora. Absence of coloblasts in sponges. Absence of specialized nervous and sensory structures in sponges. The above differences are sufficient to separate the two groups from each other, though the above relationship is emphasized by Leuckart and some other authors. Now let us see the relationship with Platyhelminthes. The idea that Ctenophora gave rise to certain bilateria called as polyclade has been supported by many zoologists. Platyctenia has been considered to be a connection link between Ctenophora and the bilateria. Besides, Ctenophora in general shows many structural similarities with the Platyhelminthes and particularly with the Turbellarians. The similarities are: general ciliation of the body. The dorsal polar nerve of Turbellaria can be compared with the statocyst of Ctenophora. Origin of the so-called mesoderm is more or less similar. Primary locomotor organs in the larva called as Muller's larva consist of 8 ciliated ridges of ectoderm which can be compared with the Ctenophora meridional completes. Ctenophora exhibit both radial as well as bilateral symmetry types. The view that the primitive bilateria have evolved through platictinia has not been accepted, because a thorough examination of the platictinia reveals that it is a ctenophore which has become extensively modified for sessile habits. It can further there be suggested that platictinia is a tissue grade diploblastic animal, whereas polyclade is an organ grade diploblastic form. Moreover, it is said that amongst the platyhelminthes, the Acylla is the most primitive group and not polyclade. The ctenophora, on the other hand, shows no close similarity with the Acylla. Now, let us see the relationship with nemertines. The larval form of nemertine, called as Palladium larva, shows some similarities with ctenophores. In Palladium larva, locomotion is performed by lobe bands of cilia. The arboreal end of the body contains a cup-like sense organ, but these similarities are of no use as the anatomical organization in both shows many diversities. Ctenophores lack mesoderm proper. Paired tentacles with basal musculature are present in ctenophora. The arboreal sense organ in both differs widely. Now, let us see the examples of ctenophora types. First one is cystum. Cystum is commonly known as venous girdle. In habitat seas, especially the Mediterranean, the body is greatly elongated horizontally in sagittal and compressed in the lateral plane so that it appears ribbon-like structure. It is usually green, blue or violet colored. Out of 8 comb plates, 4 are very small and the other 4 are continue all along the arboreal edge of the body. The base of 2 principal tentacles are large and are enclosed in sheaths, and numerous small tentacles spring from grooves and are continued the whole length of oral edge. The small lateral tentacles line the oral ridge. Mouth lies in the mid-oral ridge. The only sense organ, stetocyst, is found on the arboreal edge. Cystum swims mainly by graceful serpentine movements by the muscular undulation of the body as well as beating of comb plates. Now, we discuss about the Ctenoplana. Ctenoplana is small, marine, solitary planktonic ctenophore reported once off the west coast of Sumatra and once among the island of the east of Papua. Its body is nearly circular in outline and flattened dorso-ventrally. It measures about 6 mm in diameter. Its dorsal surface is mostly olive green, brown or reddish in color. In the center of arboreal or dorsal surface of its body is a sense organ with a statolith surrounded by a ring of small ciliated tentacles. The mouth lies in the center of ventral or oral surface. Tentacles are 2, pinnate and retractile. The organs of locomotion are 8 small deeply sunk swimming plates. Now, next example is Coeloplana. Coeloplana is a marine solitary ctenophore found in the Red Sea and on the coast of Japan. It resembles in the most of the features of Ctenoplana. However, its body is oval and dorso-ventrally flattened but elongated in the tentacular plane. It measures about 60 mm in length. Mouth is ventral in position. Tentacles paired and retractile. Stetocyst is dorsally placed. Swimming plates are not found. The fertilized eggs are attached to the oral surface of the mother by the sticky secretion and each develop into a typical sidipede larva with comb plates. Next example is Barrow. Barrow is commonly known as sea meteors or meter jellyfish. It is found in great swarms and cosmopolitan in distribution. Its body is thimble shaped and measures about 10 to 20 centimeter in height. It is usually pinkish in color. The rounded arboreal end bears the sense organ surrounded by polar fields. The oral end is truncated and it is occupied by a wide mouth. The greater part of the body is occupied by the eustotmodium, infundibulum, pararadial and infundibulum, gastrovascular canals, etc. Tentacles are not found in any stage of the life. A small stomach is placed near the sense organ. It is voracious feeder, swallowing crustaceans and sometimes other ctenophores even larger than itself. Next example is Pleurobrachia. Pleurobrachia is a member of the phylum Ctenophora and it is commonly referred to as a sea gooseberry. Pleurobrachia has a pear-shaped body about 5 to 20 millimeter in diameter and transparent. The mouth is situated at the center of the oral pole and the opposite or arboreal pole is occupied by a complicated and special sense organ. This sense organ is modified statocyst and act as an organ of equilibrium. From the opposite sides of the broad and hang two long tentacles provided with numerous little tag-like process. The surface bears 8 equidistant meridional bands or swimming plates or coiti starting from near the arboreal pole and extending about 2/3 of the distance towards the oral pole. The body is covered externally by a delicate ectodermal epithelium. The epithelium of Stomodium is ectodermal and that of infundibulum and its canals are endodermal. Both ectodermal and endodermal epithelia are ciliated. Their bodies are virtually transparent and the manicilla refract the lights, producing rainbow-like colors that can give the false appearance of bioluminescence. The branched tentacles can be white, yellow, pink or orange. They have no nematocyst called as stinging cells. Instead, the two long extensile branched tentacles are armed with coloblasts. Summary: Ctenophora, commonly known as comb jellies, is a phylum of animals that live in marine waters worldwide. Their most distinct feature is the combs, groups of cilia they use for swimming. The ctenophores are characterized by having biradially symmetrical bodies, 8 meridional comb plates on the body, mostly triploblastic mesenchymal muscles and arboreal sense organ and adhesive cells. The comb rows of most planktonic ctenophores produce a rainbow effect which is not caused by bioluminescence, but by the scattering of light as the combs move. The phylum Ctenophora includes about 150 species which are characterized into two unequal classes, Tentaculata and Nuda. The Tentaculata comprises of 4 orders: Cydipedia, Lobata, Cystida and Platyctinia. The class Nuda includes a single order, Beroida. The example of the phylum are Pleurobrachia, Balanopsis, Cystum, Ctenoplana, Bero, etc. The phylogenetic status of Ctenophora is controversial. They have possibly diverged from the early tracheline stem from which holds the ancestry of Cnidarians. I hope you will get very good knowledge from this lecture. Thank you.